Hi, my name's Moriah Tamilin. I'm the Agronomy Intern at CHS in Herman, Minnesota. Our Agellum scouting software makes it incredibly easy to keep track of where you are in your field, what hybrid you're standing in, and how far you are from where you want to be. Today, I'm going to show you my favorite feature on the app, which is using your iPad in the field and your GPS location tracker to accurately pin where you are and where the field ends and where the hybrids are split. What we're going to do is we're going to navigate to the Herman Business Unit. I'm going to find a grower named John Doe. So John Doe has a new field that he's acquired this year, and we're going to zoom out so that we can find our little blue dot up here. This is going to be John Doe's new field. So it's important to be mindful of which mode you're in, because sometimes you're looking for the fields when you're in planting mode. Sometimes you're looking for plantings when you're in field mode. I'm going to go to fields, and then I'm going to hit new field down here in the corner. So this new menu slides up where I can name the field. And it's already on the farm. Here. Now you'll see that the little blue dot is in the building. That's because I'm recording in the office here. But it is actually an accurate location, and to be honest, it's usually spot on. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to come down here, and instead of the selector, I'm going to opt for the polygon. I find this one to be the most useful, and I think that most growers enter their maps in this way. There's a starting point. And then I can go along the outside edges of the field and just add little points as I see fit. Now you can be as meticulous about this as you want. Sometimes the shadows make it trickier to know where the edge of the actual crop is. But I found it to be pretty easy to get it close. Now when I'm done drawing the shape, I'm going to hit that first point again, the green one, to close it. So now I have an established field in the system on John Doe's farm called Red-Headed Acre. Now we're going to show you about the plantings and how to split the hybrids so you can know exactly what hybrid you're standing in when you're in the field and you're scouting. So now that we've got this field mapped in under John Doe, I'm going to go in on the sidebar, and I'm going to take that green check mark that was on his farm, and instead I'm going to drill it down to the field that I want to put a planting on, which is Red-Headed Acre. Now in the bottom right-hand corner, there's a new planting button. We press that, and then this pops up. By default, Agellum is going to match your planting boundaries to the boundaries of the field, which in most cases, there's only one hybrid on the field anyways, so this is convenient. We're going to choose the commodity. We're going to choose a hybrid. We're going to select the date that it was planted. And then we're going to go on our way. And now we're going to have a planting that matches the field exactly, is only one hybrid, only one commodity, and can be scouted as one field and have its data entries under one file. So now that we know how to put a planting onto a field map with one hybrid, we're going to learn how to put multiple plantings on that have different hybrids and are split in particular ways across the field, not just a typical half and half. So when I hit new planting, it's going to do the same thing it did before. It's going to fit my new planting to the field, and I'm going to have to adjust it from there. Now, when you click on the map, on the center of the map, it'll pull up those points for you. When you hit those black points with your finger and not your stylus, you can actually select them to be deleted, which is what I'm going to do here. And what I wanted to show is that there's a likelihood that I will know when I'm standing in the field where I planted the different hybrid. And so I'm going to go to that point and I'm going to use that point as a reference to split the field there. Now I'm going to choose my commodity, variety, and planting date as we did before. And we are going to hit finish and save. So when it comes to doing my next one, it's going to take me back to the original screen. I'm going to do new planting, and it's going to take that new planting and it's going to fit it to the remaining area. But I have news. I have 3 hybrids on this field. As I walk along the side of the field though, it's going to show me where I am on the map so that I can go to the next point. Aha. Now there is the edge of my second hybrid. We're going to do the same thing we did before. Select the points on the border that we want to remove with our finger, not our stylus. Hit the trash button and work with what we have left. Aha! Now there's an issue because I already have a planting on this field for this year called corn and grain. So I can either choose a custom one. Now I know that the rest of the field is all the same hybrid, so I don't have to walk the line. I'm going to go ahead and select the variety for the remainder of the field and call it a day. Now, once this planting is saved, it's within the planting level of the Agellum maps that we're able to save scouting records. Some of the other interns have recorded videos on scouting and how to use the scouting app and how to add notes and such. Now, in this case, we can use our GPS tracker to pinpoint exactly where we saw a weed, exactly where we saw frost damage, and exactly where we see an aphid. Once I enter this field, I've got to step into the corn a little bit here. You'll see down here on the bottom bar that once I am within the boundaries of the field, this is going to turn green and it's going to give me all these options for notes that I can add. My favorite thing to do is take photos, and sometimes I'll categorize them and put captions on them later, but I think photos are really, really interesting for growers to see when you show them their crop scouting notes that you generate with Agellum. So I'm going to go ahead and hit this camera button here. And hey, look. It looks good. We're going to use the photo, and I'm going to change the caption because when you're looking at the PDF version of the crop record, it helps to be able to notice the different photos from one another. Once you have 20 photos of corn in there, it can be hard, believe it or not. And then I'm going to save that note, and that's going to be recorded in the records for this field for the year.